Make.com tutorial. This is a beginner's guide to the workflow automation. Welcome to this comprehensive Make.com tutorial. If you're looking for a powerful automation tool to streamline your task, integrate apps, and improve workflow efficiency, Make.com is an excellent choice. In this guide, we'll cover everything you need to know to get started with Make.com, from setting up your account to building your own automated workflows. Now, before we proceed, all of the mentioned tools will be on the description box below, so make sure to check it out. Now, let's go ahead and talk about what is Make.com and how does it work. Make.com is a no-code automation platform that connects different apps and services, allowing them to communicate and perform actions automatically. Think of it as a supercharged alternative to tools like Zapier. You can create workflows called scenarios where one app triggers an action in another without manual input. Now, the example use cases are automatically send email notifications when a new order is placed. You can go ahead and sync Google Sheets with Trello for project management, post Instagram updates to Twitter without doing it manually, or you can go ahead and set it up to backup files from Dropbox to Google Drive. Now, Make.com gives you a visual workflow automation, meaning you can drag and drop actions and see how data flows between apps. Now, of course, to get started, you want to navigate through the official website of Make.com, and once inside, you simply want to click on Get Started Free. Right after that, it will then go ahead and take us to this page where we have to sign in using our Google account, our Facebook, or we even have our GitHub account right here. But of course, you can just go ahead and sign up using this fill up form right here. You have your name, the email that you want to use. It could be iCloud, Microsoft email, and more. You have your password, and lastly, you have your hosting region. So just go ahead and click on sign up for free and you should be good to go. If you want to use your Google, you simply want to click on the Google option right here. And so right after logging in, it will then prompt us to our dashboard right here of Make.com. Basically, inside you have your categories where you can go ahead and adjust and navigate through the different sections of your account. So for example, I'm inside my organization right here. You have your own team, your scenario, there are templates, connections to your multiple accounts, you have your webhooks right here, keys, and more. Basically, to get started, you can just navigate through the organization tab right here. And once inside, you can then go ahead and click on the create a new scenario button. But if you want to make things easier, you can just click on the template section right here. And once inside, you will be able to use the templates from Make.com library. Now, to get started, let's go ahead and create our own scenario from scratch. So you simply want to click on create new scenario, and right after that, it will basically take us to this page. This is where we can go ahead and customize our application. The first thing that you want to do to go ahead and make this happen is to add an application right here. So let's go ahead and say that we want to integrate something like Google Sheets inside the automation or scenario. Right after, you will be able to choose an action right here. For example, you have add a row, update a row, bulk add rows, or search rows, and more. So let's go ahead and say that we want to delete a row on our Google Sheet. So you can just go ahead and click on it. And right after, you can then go ahead and connect your Google account from here. You have the search method, you have your own drive, you have your spreadsheet ID. You can just go ahead and grab this from the Google spreadsheet itself. And lastly, you have your row number, which will go ahead and be deleted. Now, since this is only an example, let's go ahead and change our application right here. So you can just go ahead and delete this. Click on the plus button, and from here, we can then go ahead and once again, choose an application or service that we want to go ahead and use. Now, as an example, let's go ahead and use something like Discord. From here, I want to trigger this scenario when someone sends a message. Send a message to a specific channel, thread, or guild member. From here, you can just go ahead and click on create a connection, click on save, and it will open up this page where we have to connect our Discord account or any application account that you are wanting to automate inside make.com. Right after that, you can then go ahead and click on add another module. And from here, since this will be the trigger of this specific scenario, when someone sends a message, it will then go ahead and input this specific image or message to my Google Sheets account. So I'll go ahead and click on it. And from here, we can then go ahead and click on add a row. Once again, you can just go ahead and connect your account, choose your spreadsheet ID, and click on save. From there, if you click on the play button, it should go ahead and work. Basically, below our scenario right here, we have our function buttons. You have your run once button, you have your save, scenario inputs, you have your scenario settings, notes, previous version, auto align, more. This is basically where you can import or export your blueprint. You have your flow control, you have tools, text parser, and you have the two applications right here that you are currently using. Basically, you can go ahead and add multiple modules right here to Discord, to Google Sheets, and lastly to somewhere like OpenAI. From here, it will then go ahead and look something like this. Discord will send a message. It will add that message to Google Sheets, and Google Sheets will send that message and generate an image inside ChatGPT. Once again, you can just go ahead and click on the create a connection, and you will be able to connect your account to the OpenAI or ChatGPT right here. Now, every account is going to be different depending on your application. Now, heading over to the template section, this will basically make everything easier. Once you have clicked on it, we have multiple categories or templates right here that we can go ahead and use. So if you want to search for template, you simply want to head over to the search tab right here. And once inside, let's go ahead and say that once again, we want to use Google Sheet. So let's just type it right here. Click on Google Sheet. And right after, it will then categorize the template page right here to only show the Google Sheets function or scenario. Now, if you want to go ahead and filter this even more, you can just go ahead and add another application right here. For example, we want to integrate Google Sheets with something like ChatGPT. So you can just go ahead and put this right here. And so right after, it now have filtered Google Sheets with ChatGPT. And so if you want to use some of the templates right here, you can then go ahead and click on a specific template. And right after, it will then take you to this window. If you want a guided setup, you simply want to click on the guided setup right here. Or if you want to create new scenario from template, you can then go ahead and click this button. In our case, we are going to go ahead and head over to the guided setup. From here, it will basically guide you to set up your scenario right here. So inside, you can then go ahead and select your account. Once again, you have your spreadsheet ID. You can just go ahead and fill out necessary information right here in order for them to be connected. You have your generate ChatGPT completion. Once again, you have to connect your account. And lastly, once again, you have this results right here. You could just go ahead and follow up the guided setup and you should be good to go. And so guys, that's how you can go ahead and use, or this is the full tutorial of make.com. Basically, to finish the video off, if your automation isn't working, you could just go ahead and check for the app permission. Ensure make.com has access to your accounts. You can review logs, look at the run history to find errors. You can test manually, run the scenario step by step to pinpoint issues, and lastly, you want to check rate limits. Some services have limited or limits on how often they allow automation. And so in conclusion, that's how you can go ahead and master make.com. Whether you're automating emails, syncing data, or building complex workflows, this tool can save you a ton of time. If you found this tutorial helpful, hit the like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more automation guides. As always, I'll see you again next time. Thank you.